All right. Well, I've been working on this, and it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to complete the video, but I'm going to just go through and call this a working session taking place July 3rd at 4:19, 2023. And what we have here is a map that I've been working on of cognitive processes found within the movements of modern art. And this map, it creates is if we understand it correctly, we can create a first person science of consciousness. That basically means professional loose dreamers, people who can loose dream and experience the contents of what they want to loose dream about. Now, there's some introductory information here, but we're going to skip over some of that. Basically, the model says that you can actually that incoming sensory information in our human sense receptors transmit the sensory data through past, shows us of how sensory information passes through the body. More on that later, but it all leads to the production of thoughts. It all leads to us thinking about something. And got two of those. Let's see. This is still a rough draft. It's not all done here, but here we see the order of the movements of modern art. And, you know, we have Cubism, 1907, 1922, and so on and on and on and on and on to the end of where conceptual art, look at that, got to bring that forward there. Whereas conceptual art will, is the production of thoughts, right? I got conceptual art in there twice, and minimalism in there once. Zap that out of there. And let's see, you got an arrow still there. Well, you're not here to watch me edit this, but this is a working session. So let's see. The problem that I was working on was abstract expressionism as emotions, which I'm thinking, used to think was emotions, but now I'm rethinking that. This isn't the emotional layer in the cognitive processes. The actual emotional layer would be the color field. Where's this coming from? Let's see, the color field. Yes, color field would make much more sense that it's the core of emotion. And this is about movement. So I've been reading up on this. I haven't studied each of these movements in depth. I've done a really good job on the Cubism and really convinced by Futurism being the second part, because these match with brain scans. That sensory information comes in through the occipital lobe, and it's purely vision, and then it's turned into movement, where the objects become recognized as movement. I've got a video on that from the specific science channel. Insert that here. I'm not sure how to edit video, but I'm working on it. Figure I'll use something simple. Yeah, because I've been reading more, and it's all about movement. Jackson Pollock and the other abstract expressionists, Helen Frankenthaler, pop art, minimalism. So my problem is, yeah, this seems to be sensory motor related. Let's see what else is going on here. Yes. So some of the organs take in information, process it through the brain, and it becomes these representations are actual representations of the inner processes that our mind's eye beholds, that constructs our world. And the most important part is that this map allows us to figure out how lucid dreaming is done. So understanding that cubism is the basic organ of sense reception, it forms the basic scaffolding of the cognitive interface. Notice that it's eternal there, right? It's got the sense of eternity. And you get futurism with its, looks like, you know, you can make out objects. You can see some objects in there. You can, it's referencing something, you know, and, you know, it looks like a ship to me, and then something else going on in there. That's the formation of time, light, and space. Before that, it was just eternity. Now it's time, light, and space. So this gives us a subjective representation of the processes that our minds go through. Dada movement, the something to do with language. It's just a fascinating theory. I wish I had more time to work on this, but this is just a working session, so what am I going to do with that? Yeah, I got to stick this somewhere too. From Impressionism onwards, however, these two aspects are increasingly underplayed. Let's see, this one. I thought I already put it in there. Let's copy that. Anyways, got to get more on this guy. Let's see, what else are we working on? Yeah, because if it's sensory motor movements, that makes total sense, right? That makes total